Hi, it's Mike again. I've done 2 videos in a row. I'll show you this even though some of you, if you're watching this in sequence, will say, hey, that's the same. That's why. Okay. Current blood sugar. We're at 4. That is low. I went down to 3.8, I believe. But we've had dinner, we've eaten, so hopefully this is going to just kind of peter off and move up on its own. Calibration was done before dinner. However, I don't know, for some reason, it takes a while for it to come through. Current blood sugar is at 4, which we discussed, and there's kind of like my going straight down. Does look like I give extra insulin, but I don't. And again, 100%. There you go. 0% above, 0% below, at 100. Today, I think I may have hit below, but it isn't showing up anywhere yet. Average sugar is at 7.2, which again makes my doctors happy. Doesn't necessarily here. I like it a little lower. Okay. So today, I want to talk to you about MDI. No, it's not some new, exciting treatment. It stands for multiple daily injections. And when we get back, we'll discuss it. We'll be right This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Okay, multiple daily injections, or abbreviation is MDI. Now, when I started with diabetes years ago, I started on 1 shot a day in the morning with a short-acting, which was called Toronto, which is now referred to as regular, and then a long-acting, which was called Lente. Now, I believe Lente is no longer used on humans, but I digress. With multiple daily injections now, you could take up to 6 shots a day. You can even do more. Is there a problem with using your pump? Well, that's not my pump, but it tells me what's going on. Or doing the injections. Ideally, the pump could give tighter control. It's really easy, or it was for me anyway, when I was doing daily injections, to forget a dose. And I was on a long-acting insulin, Lantus, I believe. And Lantus, I took in the morning and would last all day, and then I took a dose for the evening. They were both the same amount of insulin. And she said, well, we could give you it one time a day, but for now I think it'd give you better control. Then at meals, I had to take 4 separate shots. Gone were the days of mixing the two. You could no longer, well, the types of insulin I was on, we couldn't mix it. So we kept things pretty simple. Now, multiple daily injections could mean syringes and insulin bottles, or it could mean cartridges and pens, which you just screw on the lid and you do it injection anytime you please. First of all, I have said in my vlogs many times that this device is sort of like the gold standard. But if you find and you like your pump, or not your pump, but your shots, because you get better control, all for it. The long acting acts like a basal rate on your pump. The short acting, sorry, I had a sneezing fit. So your basal is like your long acting insulin on here. Again, I don't care if you want to use the pump or shots. A view of mine has always been that if you're a new diabetic, you have to go through shots at least for a month, even more, before you progress to having a pump. And the reason for that is you have to learn how to gain control every single day by doing injections. If you don't, you're going to totally screw yourself up. But multiple daily injections for me meant I had insulin at the office and I had insulin at home. So I didn't really have to carry that much. It worked for me at the time. Ideally, you should have a small kit with you all the time. Oh, be quiet. Sorry, that's my other warning system. Huh. Okay, so this is a care, and this is a plus of being on the pump. I want this, want that, and there we go. This one is just a care partner. I have it set up eventually for the nurses to have this in their pocket at all times. Here, this is my own personal one. They do look different. For example, your care can't look like this, or they can't see it. They can look like it, I'm sure. Okay, multiple daily injections. little things you have to watch out for. First of all, you have to make sure that you're not taking the wrong insulin. When I first was diagnosed, we were able to take a short-acting and an intermediate together, mix the insulins, put it in, and we were off to the races. Now, if you need to take a long-acting and a short-acting, you can't mix them together. I don't know why you can't anymore, but it causes less effectiveness. And the first time we started putting me on to Lantus and the short-acting was when I was getting ready to go on the pump. And I put my basal rate in, and then I took the other multiple shots. I had a real problem with remembering on a consistent basis, remembering my shot. You get busy at work and you forget. It's kind of like, well, how the hell did you forget? It's easy, trust me. And then I go eat lunch, and then the rest of the afternoon, I'm kind of like, okay, whatever. Those of you who are diabetics know the feeling if you've missed your shot. But we got it worked out. I ended up getting a phone at the time where you could set an alarm, and we were on the way. Every time breakfast, lunch, dinner, it would ring saying, take your shot. I was lucky in that my long-acting was given in the AM before work and at the PM when I got home for dinner. Again, this is what worked for me. You'll need to speak this over with your doctor. Don't just go off and worry about things, about how to cheat the system. The problem with insulin shots is you're also going to have to eat. With my pump, I don't always have to eat. If I don't feel like eating, or if I'm sick or whatever, the pump will keep giving me insulin. My body may have a different use for the insulin. I don't know, like when I got sick in the end of September, they kept giving me insulin and I did not do anything. And eventually, I ended up in, I was going to say, sorry again, Abbotsford Regional Hospital and Cancer Care Clinic or what. I'm sorry, I don't know the actual name. It's easy to really stack insulin when you're doing your shots. So you need to be aware. So your basal and your regular insulin at meals. You need to ensure that you keep things separate. You don't want to be in a rush and give yourself a dose of long-acting instead of a dose of short-acting. Once you've taken the insulin, you're going to have to deal with it. So that means you're going to have to eat, you're going to have to get things going. Multiple daily injections are not ideal for everyone, but if they work for you, great. If they don't, you probably will need to be on a pump instead of multiple daily injections. Now, a pump's going to do pretty much what we described. It will give you what we call a basal rate. So it will give you insulin to keep your body running. Ideally, it should keep you within the control boundaries. Does this mean you're never going to go high? No. It's the same outside influences as you would when you had your multiple daily injections. I find it's easier to control my blood sugars with the pump. Multiple daily injections, you're not going to get the feeling, oh, my blood sugar's high. Let's add some more. Let's add some more. And then all of a sudden, it all comes down and crashes. You don't want that experience. The pump, there's a safety mode that only allow you so much insulin at a time. So stacking of insulin is a little bit more difficult with the pump, which is awesome. If you drop low, severe low, having multiple daily injections, you just have to treat. You have to eat all the time. Nice thing about the pump, I'll find this pump, is that it will stop giving insulin for 2 hours if you drop low. You're not getting your basal rate, you're not getting any bolus. You could try bolusing, but I doubt you're going to get any. And this will allow your body to come back up. Multiple daily injections. The insulin is still going to be there, going off, working on its own. It's not like you could take the insulin out of the blood. Now, with multiple daily injections, it's important that you know how to respond to a low blood sugar. Take your blood sugar. If you're low, eat 20 grams of carbs, was the latest Diabetes Canada suggestion. A lot of people hear 15. You wait 15 minutes, you retest. If you're still low, you try again. Because remember, the insulin will be in your system. You have to eat more regularly to ensure that you keep yourself under control. It's not ideal. The pump would be better, but if you can't afford the pump and you want tight control, multiple daily injections are the way to go. Don't let someone shame you into changing your diabetes regime. If you and your doctor agree on it, that's awesome. Relax. Remember, you have control of your diabetes. Have a great day, and we'll talk again later. Bye. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.